But before I go, I want to use this medium to bring forward to you my recently published books. You see, in this book, I've captured much of what I'm even sharing here. This Gospel of the Kingdom is a 3-part series, a book trilogy. I'm actually looking at the things that pertain to the preaching of the message of the kingdom. The book 1 is Bible prophecy. Here I talk about the evolution of the world system and the demand to have the church define God's interest to demonstrate his rule on the earth for 1,000 years. That's in the first book. Here I captured everything that pertained to the evolution of the beast. I had a word for nations of the world that will be transiting from democracy, and is to help them make this transition into the border of God's kingdom. So here we're talking about the church and its reconsideration on the message of the kingdom. Now, the destruction of the system of the world, which is what the church is supposed to do, is not going to happen by human mind. It's going to happen through the preaching of the message of the kingdom. And that's what I captured in this book. The message of the kingdom, the Lord took me through 4 definitions of the message of the kingdom: the providential definition, the vocabulary definition, the political definition, and the literal definition. It has been captured in this book too. Here we're talking about spiritual warfare, the Melchizedek priesthood. We're talking about ambassadors for Christ, national discipleship. We're introducing Christ as king, and we have been able to write down his policies so that nations can read and run. We have been able to write the vision. Exactly, this is the vision. The message of the kingdom is the message that Christ preached. He still preaches today during his earthly ministry. That means Christ's body ministry must be discerned. Ability to discern the spirits has been captured in this book. Incredible book. Ultimately, the 3rd book speaks about the product of the preaching of the 2nd book. The message of the 2nd book will produce gospel church states. So in this 3rd book, I look at the prospect of producing gospel church states among the nation. That's exactly what I want you and I to live for. There will be movements across the nations of the world, movements in the 3rd world, movements in the 1st world, and we'll begin to see signs of God changing the community structures among nations. Yeshua said, "And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a testimony to the nations." It means there will be impact, consequence for the preaching of the message of the kingdom in the body policy of nations. That's exactly what I'm looking at. The prospect of producing Christ-compliant gospel church sheep category nations that the Lord will keep to his right at his coming. So you see, the precious fruits of the earth is going to be produced, those that are Christ that is coming. As these people, you are going to see a gathering of nations that have submitted to the throne of Christ. They have submitted to the reign of Christ. They have submitted to the government of Christ. I make bold to proclaim this government, and I'm calling for a people across the nations of the world. Get on Amazon, get your copy of this book, order it, read it, eat it, because the work of the king requires haste. When the things are falling apart in the world, that's not the time to run around with the world. That's the time for sons of God to manifest. But sons of God must be people of revelation, people of understanding. They must be people that know what to do because they understand times and seasons. Equip yourself, eat quickly, and get ready. We are ready to do the Father's business even now. My name is Peter Adionikpuga, and I want to thank you again for joining this particular live. I want to thank the people who will come to join the live in the future. The hand of the Lord is upon you. Your sensitivities have been prepared to receive the word of God's kingdom. Till I see you.